Hello everybody, it's Shane again from Stour Vale. This is my next video. I've not done an update for a little while, so been quite busy with a lot of things, as always. So finding a time to get the railway out and have a running session has not been the easiest, but today's that day where I've got a day off and a bit of time to do it. So I've got the railway out. Going to show you one of the newer purchases. I think I'm just going to do a quick unboxing, sort of showing you video of that loco, but I've put it on the tractor to run it round with a load behind it. I've done the running of the loco, but yeah, I just thought I'd do that. So there'll be a separate video in regards to that, but it's the Southern N-Class. And then I'll catch up with you with a couple of other little bits and pieces and an update. So hope you enjoy. I'll try not to keep it nice, short and sweet. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks very much. So here you go. Here's the N-Class in the Malachi green, and in the set you get two bullied coaches. I managed to find another couple of Farish bullied coaches, so I've bought another couple to make it up to a rake of 4. And yeah, so without further ado, So there you go, guys. That's the N-Class running round. Obviously, as you can see from that, I'm going to talk a little bit later at the end of the video, once I've shown you another bit of running, about the general update. But you can see where the N-Class in particular run around and jumping around a bit. So I just thought I would show you that, but I'm going to touch on that further. There we go, put the N-Class to bed. And then the next one will be to bring out the M7 with a little Raker Goods train. Of course, and you're still on the point because I'm filming. So just a couple of the, so I've got a Farish Queen Mary brake van, and I've got a little job lot of the Pico Southern wagons there. I think it was about £15 on a well-known auction site, which if you were buying these brand new, you'd be paying that nearly for each one. So as you can see, the running gremlins continue. Obviously that side of the board's all fine where the loco is at the moment. But even if I do it this side, sorry, I've just realised that's nowhere near the bit, so we'll run that one round. And you can see as you come down here as well. Of course, because I'm filming, everything shows up. But there you go. Hi guys, all the trains are away now. As I alluded to in the other earlier part of the video, I was just gonna update you. So this is a 2 foot by 4 foot board, which I've just put some wood underneath. I got the wood wrong because because that's too thick. That caused me great problems when it comes to wiring. Yeah, as somebody who's built layouts before, really should have learned better. But as you can see, this half of the layout's absolutely fine. Straight bit of track, 180-degree second radius curve. The issues I seem to be having with the layout is obviously this part, particularly up that end. As you can see, when I sort of come down almost to track level and look at some of those curves, and you would have seen it in the running shots earlier. So as you can see, both of these sort of kink round, and certain locos run round fine and others don't. As you can see here, that really nasty, horrible join where I've tried to make it. Like I say, some of them I think tending to go in that direction, they run better, but coming around that direction, it derails. So, and again with the point work in here, stuff again has sort of derailed. So I'm at the point really where it's annoying. I think that's another part of the reason why I'm not using this as much, is because of the frustrations with it. So obviously I will be taking this up and needing to redo the layout, because it's obviously just not fit or practical. Now, having the space limitations that I have, it's very much going to be very difficult to determine what I might go on to do, because the other issue I have is the storage of this. This sits behind the spare bedroom door. So when you look at that space up there, it doesn't look like I would need much more space. So I've taken some measurements of what I've wanted to do, but even in this side in here, when you saw me have the 4-coach train, there's not enough clearance for the point. So what I need to now sit and do realistically is look at measurements and to come up with a feasible alternative. Now, one of the other bits that I'm not really 100% sure of yet, and some of this is the frustrations with the issues up that end of the layout where locos jump around, and some of them actually, in fairness, going that way around the points as well, equally have issues. So it's just a bit of a problem area all round. But it also shows you that the really fine tolerances in N-gauge that you just can't escape. But effectively, what I need to be doing is looking at the figures that I've got in terms of space and distance that's needed or required to work out whether I need how much more that way I would need, and how much more room I've got in the place where it would be stored, to see if that's a practicality, because there isn't much more room in terms of width than the current amount. So, you know, that's something that I need to sit and weigh up. Also, the other issue I've got with this is because it's all sort of crammed in, I probably wouldn't have any issues in height wise because it's just going further up the wall. So the length, which obviously I need a bit more if I want sort of 4 coach trains in a loco to be able to be safely set away in a siding sort of area. That should be absolutely fine, going upwards either end. It's just the how much more width I would need. And I think that would then bring some of the enjoyment back into it, because obviously I can just about get a loco and 3 coaches in there, which then means that on these sidings I got here, I might be able to run a second train out. I also have to, I suppose, look at the possibility and prospect of, on another board, do I even contemplate having double track and having a third radius set of curves round each side, so that I've got the 2 running lines, which again would give things some level of interest and variety. So again, that's another possibility. But the other learnings I've got from this point is these aren't really being utilised. So again, when I come to the width, one of the things I was wondering is maybe at the halfway point of the curve, potentially putting a set of points in to run something which would go to the width and length of their board as a bit of a storage stroke fiddle yard, and then potentially at either end of the layout have like passing loops if I'm going to keep to a single track. Whether I just explore the double track, like I said, but that would bring its own complications as well. So these are things that are going through my mind. Or the other one is maybe I take up the point work and just keep a very, very simple basic oval of track in here, so that I've got a continuous run round loop within that, and then maybe just get some material, build some new baseboard to do the sort of dead end sort of station, terminus station, branch, end of branch line sort of station effect that I'm looking for, and do that. So I've obviously got a lot of thoughts and contemplation to do, sitting around with some measurements, but I just thought I'd bring you up to date. And then as things develop and progress, you'll obviously see later on through further updates. So thanks very much for your time. Thank you for watching and supporting, and the comments that come forward. I'm absolutely open to suggestions. I think, obviously, like I say, in terms of length, either side of this isn't really too much of an issue, other than it needs to be realistic enough to get on here. So I could probably have another couple of foot probably in length, just to help with that equation. But realistically, width wise, this is 2 foot. I can't imagine I can afford any more than 3, with the space that I've got to be able to store this and open the door. So again, that's something I just got to look at. But if any of you have got any ideas or suggestions, I'm more than happy and welcome to receive them, as I am going to take a bit of time to think about this, because the next one that I do, I just want to do right. And so that could mean I've got a couple of other videos lined up for you, which I'll try and release at intervals, but ultimately there could be a bit of time and delay between this and any further progress matter. All right, well, like I say, thanks very much, guys, and I hope this sees you keeping well. Thanks for the support and likes, and like I say, all comments and ideas and suggestions will be greatly appreciated and welcomed. Thanks, guys. Bye.